Back with a new video to show you of Particle Fleet, so I'm going to jump right in. Got a lot I want to show you. Let's jump into this mission. I'm not going to play this mission, but I just want you to see how the enemy moves and a few gameplay changes that I've added. This, if you watch the last video, you'll notice is familiar. It's a modified version of the map I played in the previous video. I'm just going to plop down a few things here just so the mission can be played. Well, not really played, but it won't end, won't lose the mission. A number of gameplay changes have been made, and I've added a few different things. Let's build a lathe here, and I'll show you. So particles now, when they collide with the land, like previously, they will mire the land. They will infect the land every time a particle hits it. It spreads its infection across the land. When the land becomes totally mired, then the land will become passable to particles. It will no longer be a barrier to them. That's a change. Previously, it remained a barrier to the particles. Now, levels of land can be defined such that they do not mire, they do not become infected, so they can remain barriers permanently. I've also implemented, there's three types of particles representing three health values for particles. There's circles, triangles, and squares, so you can quickly and visually identify them. Circles have a health of 1, triangles have a health of 2, and squares have a health of 3. That means it takes multiple shots in order to destroy particles with a health greater than 1. And let's just crank the speed up so we can watch it in advance. Here on this island, you can see it's about to completely mire in this stream of particles. Once it's completely covered, then particles can flow over the land. Interesting gameplay change. It can be taken advantage of in a number of mission scenarios, and adds an interesting strategic element. Okay, at this point you'll notice there's this other weirdness going on here. There are these, slow it up a little bit, there are these other enemies, I call them Emergent. They spawn automatically from mired land. So the more mired land that's on the map, the more likely you're going to get a population or a swarm of these Emergent. There's two types, there's red and blue. So if you mire your land in blue, then blue Emergent will spawn. And Emergent are very tough. They move in at these right angles on this grid-like pattern, and the focus of the swarm will move around the map based on map conditions. But they have a health of 20, so they can plow through a ship if you're not careful. They can take out a whole bunch of nearby particles, and of course blue and red Emergent, they don't like each other and they can annihilate each other. I just wanted you to see this map before I go play a different mission, so you can get an idea of some of those core changes, and some of the visuals on the ships have been updated as well. Not everything yet, but a little bit here and there. Okay, so let's leave that mission and go play a different test mission. Now, I've played this mission a few times in various versions of the mission as I've made changes, so I kind of know pretty much what I want to do. I'm going to start about like that. Your headquarters ship now also warps in, and it has an emergency warp out facility whereby instead of destroying and losing the mission, it will automatically warp back out into rift space. When that happens, unfortunately for the player, your entire economy, your network of energy distribution will go offline until you bring the headquarters back, and there is a delay. It's currently 20 seconds before you can bring it back into the game. So it's not a game ender, but it might be, depending on what you've got going on. Okay, so what I've done here is I'm building a couple harvesters because I'm going to put them on the land in the corner to harvest the land to collect energy. Let's build some ships. At least one of those guys. I like this Marauder. He's a good general purpose ship. I'm going to move the harvesters now to the land. They will harvest the land and hence collect energy from it, and I'm going to need that. I've built a grabber here to harness this blue emitter so that he will project his particles forward, and I'm using it to mire the land here in this central island. I'm going to sneak forward, actually before it gets any worse. I'm going to go grab these amp gems. The tech and the upgrade model has been completely overhauled, and you will see that here in just a minute. I'll show you how that works. Let's get our ships built. Okay, we've got our amp gems. I'm going to pull back. Doing fine on energy, so I'm going to go ahead and build everything out here, including this guy and the tanker. Why not? Oh, I lost one of my lays. An Emergent managed to get through. Took it out. Wasn't paying attention. All right, the first wave of particles have made it through the blue plasma that was slowing them up, and they're inbound now. So let's move forward. So those amp gems I picked up, pause the game here just a moment. You can mount those on ships, and when you do, they increase the range and the fire rate of the weapons on that ship. So I'm going to mount the amp gem. Here you can see it's gold on top now, and so his range for his missiles and his fire rate are going to go up. And I've got another amp gem. You can see it's indicated here. I've picked up two of them. I'm going to mount it on this Marauder class ship. Okay, we've got some problems going on up here. Pause the game just a moment and see how we're going on tech upgrades. Can I do anything yet? Tech upgrades are coming from these generators that are being reclaimed. These phasic generators, when they're reclaimed, they start producing phasic, which automatically finds itself to the headquarters and then builds up, and then you can spend that phasic on various upgrades. So I can already increase the generation speed of phasic if I want to invest in future returns. I can raise my max energy production so that what energy sources I have will start to produce more. Or there's various weapon upgrades, and currently I can purchase weapon effectiveness. What I'd really like is either defensive struck for structures or an energy mine defense cannon, and one of those, either 100 or 150. So I'm gonna save for that. It will help me defend these energy sources, which I just lost that one. Okay, let's I'm gonna put a mire down here. This connected land right here, if I put a mire unit, it will spread my blue across it. And remember I said blue emergent will spawn. I've already got one here based on the amount of blue mired land, just like the red emergent is spawning based on the amount of red mired land. New incoming enemies here. These are called stunners. They are launching from these emitters here on the right, and they head towards ships, and if they hit the ship, they don't damage the ship at all. However, they will take it offline for I think around 20 seconds. Now I have built a defensive weapon, but just pause it here. One managed to hit because this guy's not totally built yet, so his cannons aren't online. This Lay ship got hit by one of the stunners. It's fairly harmless since it was a small ship, didn't have much energy, and it's not in a position to be destroyed right now. But it lost all the energy that it had on board. It can't move, and its weapons are offline, and it can't receive energy until the damage is cleared. So if I say move, it won't move until it's no longer stunned, and then it'll be able to move. So we want to make sure our okay, he's back now. Wasn't too bad of a hit. I'm going to move some of my ships forward and float in the air. I'm not paying attention to what's going on here. So I'd like to reclaim this this energy source up here. Now you'll notice that what's happening with my particles is my grabber is throwing them forward, and they're moving forward. They're moving over the blue mired land, but there's this chunk of land on top. It's level 5. You can look right here when I move the mouse. Land height 5. That's set to metallic land, and it's not passable. It's not mireable, and it's not passable by particles, so it remains a barrier. So my particles are hitting it and then bouncing off right and left. We could probably get rid of that. I'm going to put a harvester here. And a harvester has controls on what terrain levels it will harvest. If I didn't want to get rid of that, but I wanted to harvest the rest of it, I could turn off level 5. And the harvester wouldn't get that level 5 terrain. It would leave it. I might just, then I might want to leave it because it might be something useful to protect against red particles coming in. But right now, I'm in good shape. It's actually in my way, not the way of the enemy. So I'm gonna let this harvester, once built, harvest that land and clear that for us. Looks like I can move forward and perhaps recapture this guy. Okay. We've retaken him, but I don't want to leave ships parked here, so there are a couple tech upgrades. One is called Defensive Struck. I've got 257 phasic, so let's buy that guy. Let's go ahead and buy the mine, or the mine defense cannon as well. Spend it out. The defense cannon adds a cannon. The more it's upgraded, the faster it fires, but at least he can defend himself now. The Defensive Struck, what it did was it created a circle around mines, energy sources, phasic mines, and it will grow friendly struck around it. Struck, remember, is the stuff here that grows outward. When particles hit it, they get stopped, they get annihilated. So it's kind of like a defensive barrier. The lays help build it, but the structure itself also builds it out from the center. But a nearby lathe will help build it as well. Okay, so I need to get serious here. Looks like I've managed to harvest that center area away. That's good. My particles are making their way through, and they're doing some serious work on that doppel right there. They got caught right in the middle. They will punch through some of this struck here on the right and do a good job. Looks like. But I need to coordinate an assault now. So let's pick an island, top or bottom. It doesn't really matter which one, I suppose. I'm gonna build another grabber because my most powerful weapon is actually this emitter. These are square blue particles. That means each has a health of 3, and they're coming in little quads. So they pack quite the punch. If properly used, I should be able to advance on this mission without too much difficulty. Alright, I'm going to move my fleet into position. Get them lined up kind of neat, so I can get a good sense of what I'm dealing with here. I need a tanker, of course. got a big nose with an MK7 on it. We're going to want some defense. And I don't want to leave anything behind that I don't have to leave behind, so I know I'll need another lathe ship down here. I will leave one cruiser up north to defend against any particles that make their way in there. And I will move this discharger here to protect against any incoming stunners. Okay, so let's well, before we advance, this shot that are coming through the middle, that's it's effective right now, but I'm interested in this island. So let's rotate. Actually, you know what? I just noticed I never built a mire up here, so let's build that. This land will mire, and well, actually, since I'm behind schedule, let's rotate this guy around, fire some particles up there, and help mire this land and get some blue emergent going. This stuff is it's more useful than you realize. He's actually taken out a healthy chunk of particles for me and helping neutralize the enemy emergent. Okay, land's gotten good and mired, so let's rotate him back around. This last little bit here will get picked up by the mire itself. Okay, looks like I'm firing down, and it's gonna run right into this little piece of level 5 metallic terrain, so it's gonna bounce off of that. We don't want that. I want to fire it across the way like that. So I'm gonna put another grabber right here, turn him back on, and get kind of a bank shot going. This guy sends it to here, and then this guy's gonna send it across here. Of course, if I had other grabbers, then I could do could put other angles in place. But all right, that load of particles is firing into this island. It's encountering this mire. It's neutralizing it, but it's immediately coming back because of this mass of particles that's on top of it. But it's working down this mass of particles. This grabber, a little bit of a thorn in my side. He's directing the fire from the missiles from this wolf. Let's see if we can advance forward and get this guy more in range. I'm going to need my tanker down here. Need ships for defense. I could let's try this. Even though I've made progress on this island, this guy's bothered me, so I'm going to send him a little present this way. Alright, it's clipping right on the edge. Let's see if we can get right past the edge. Get a stream firing up in his direction. And bring our MK7 forward. I'm going to slip my tanker into this position. And he'll take some shots in there too. And you know what, I'm gonna quit messing around here. See if we can't put some firepower in place. Those particles are doing a good job of blocking his shots, and now they're hitting him. He's taking it on the nose now, and that's the end of him. Now he's going to come back, and he's in this map. He spawns from this emitter right here, and he's created around this area right here. So if I can keep my ships in the position where they can fire on that, then before he's built his hull, then we'll be in pretty good shape, because they'll blow him up long before he's able to get a defensive hull built around his core. Now let's move this guy back so he can take this island on. These guys forward. Let's move our lays forward. Oh, that was not pretty. I just took a hit on the tanker. drained of energy right now. Not good. So these guys, you can see the lights have gone out. They've turned black, meaning they are starved of energy. Only what weapon energy was left in their weapons is there. But okay, tanker's back online. It's really draining the energy from my economy. You can see my stored up land-based energy is really getting pulled down. Okay, let's see. Gotta ignore our telemarketers in the middle of our mission. We can't let them detract us from our mission. Okay. Alright, let's pull this guy forward a little bit. Sneak around this side, see if we can secure this mine, and then he will become a source of energy for us. Pull forward. Okay, we got our mine. We're blowing up that doppel each time he respawns. Let's redirect our flow of particles. It's going to come right on out. He's going to fly right up into that area right there, which is good. Because this is our target on this mission. We can go through and take everything out one at a time, but we really only have to take out this progenitor right now. But the nearby emitters, we can make that difficult. I really like to take these guys out, though, because I wouldn't have to worry about that doppel respawning. I have to pull forward with our discharger because we're taking some stunner hits. Let's see if we can sneak in there and make a little progress. Pull it forward. Alright, I'm going to do some little slip maneuvers here to protect my lathes. Let's get in there now. Push on in. Oh, those streams. Nasty. The nearby struck is not doing many favors either. Let's see if we can divide their attention. Oh, I lost the lathe on this guy. Let's back him up below the particle stream. The reason I'm not totally retreating this guy is I want to keep him here so that he draws some of the particles towards himself and away from this other guy. Let's see if we can slide on in a little further. Boy, that stream of particles is making a huge difference here. It's really saving the day. That's the end of the doppel. We won't see him anymore. Push in further. This cruiser would come in real handy up here too. Let's leave him in this general vicinity. He's just slightly out of range. Okay. Oh, he's in such a bad position. Let's see if we can dodge. I don't know. Can he survive? Nope. Mostly because of my clumsy fingers, but he took it pretty hard. Took a pretty hard beating anyway. Let's move our tanker forward because we're actually starved out, just slightly out of range. I think we can go for the kill now. This guy down here still means business, but start moving him in before he's even complete. Pull these guys forward. I'm about to win the mission, but there's plenty of other upgrades available to me now. Missile, cannon shot effectiveness, all kinds of goodies here, and there'll be a few more added before I'm finished. I'll go ahead and spend a little bit on max production and maybe laser effectiveness, but I'm gonna save the others for a future video once everything's all worked out. Suffice it to say, for now, it increases the effectiveness of the missile shots and the cannon shots, so they do more damage or create shrapnel, that sort of thing. But I'm about to get this guy with nothing other than some fleet management and a stream of redirected blue particles. That's made this mission much more accomplishable. I'm not even worried about this other island right now. I'm going straight for the boss. Now, not all missions, of course, will have emergent or particles of multiple health. It's going to vary. It's all optional. The story missions will introduce that over time, and I've made this particle stream particularly strong so that this mission wouldn't take me forever to play for this video. So there we have it. Victory. Particles remain, but that's okay. I'll show you what happens if you get your headquarters in danger. Remember I said it had that auto warp capability. He says, I'm out of here. So off he goes. And mission hasn't ended. Of course, I've already won this one anyway, but my economy, you'll notice, is offline. So no energy is being produced from any energy mines. It is coming from the tankers, so if you have tankers around, they can help keep you alive, depending, of course. And now I can bring this guy back in, and then my economy comes back online. So that's another game rule change I made. It seemed better than just instant defeat if you happen to lose the headquarters. Of course, the time he's away before he can come back, that's a tweakable thing. That'll get worked out in as part of gameplay balance. Another neat thing you can do after winning the mission is for the obsessive compulsive player, you could go around and try to clean everything up. Make sure you mire all the land, get rid of all the enemy struck, clean up all the particles. It can be a neat thing to spend time doing if you enjoy that sort of thing. You can get all the upgrades. I'm going to go ahead and at least get one more here, a defensive struck. It increases the range for the struck. Creates a nice barrier around your structures. And I'll zoom in all the way here so you can get a look at some of the updated graphics, some of the modules. So there you have it. I hope it won't be so long before the next video. I'll try to move quicker now. I think I'm getting to the point where most of the fundamental game rules are going to be in place. It's going to be about content and missions and editor capabilities and mission generators and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching.